My lecture. We lost someone in our community a few moments ago. Brother Ja'far, very helpful, very a person who liked volunteering and giving back to our community. I was talking with my friend Hani right now, and he said he was always there whenever they needed him to help out or to volunteer. So we recite a Surah Fatiha for him and all those who have left us. Rahimallahu man kara al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وعظيمنا وطبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا بالقاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه الحر الميامين أما بعد يقول الله في كتاب الكريم والفرقان الحميد وقوله الحق بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن حكمت فاحكم بينهم بالقسط إن الله يحب المقسطين صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. Many of us present here are leaders in one way or another. We are leaders in some capacity or the other, whether it be CEO of a company or whether it be in student council at your university or school. It may be that you are a leader for an organization or a community leader or a leader of your company. There are many leadership lessons we may learn from Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi. So Imam Ali, there are many leadership traits and characteristics we may learn from Imam Ali. Imam Ali wrote in his will to Imam Hassan on a night like this. He tells Imam al-Hassan, "Oh my son, like for others what you like for yourself. Dislike for others what you dislike for yourself. Do not oppress anyone as long as you do not want to be oppressed. Speak to others what you want spoken to you." So Imam Ali here highlights that when you speak to others, speak to them with politeness. Do you want people to criticize you? Do you want to be criticized? Do you want someone to say rude things to you? Hence, Imam Ali says, do not speak rudely to others. Simple rule. In the Quran, Allah in Surah Ma'idah, chapter number 5, verse number 42, Allah says, وَإِنْ حَكَمْتَ فَحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِالْقِسْطِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُقْسِطِينَ. If you judge between them with justice. When you get the opportunity to judge with justice. It can be your relative, it can be your own child, it can be your own self. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, judge with justice. Allah loves those who act justly. So as a leader, you need to possess the characteristic of justice. Treat everyone fairly. Don't say this is my father, my mother, my relative, my best friend. Nana. As a leader, everyone is equal, Muslim or non-Muslim. I'll come to this. And then he wrote to one of his officers, do not say to the people that you are a person of authority. Do not tell them that you are their master. Sometimes when you have a leadership role, what do? You make sure that they know who you are. Let me show them who's boss. Imam Ali says, no, never. In fact, in Nahjul Balagha, letter number 53, there's a whole speech that I've given on this letter, but just snippets. Letter 53, Imam Ali tells Malik al-Ashtar, ثم أعلم يا مالك أني قد وجهتك إلى بلد قد جرت عليها دول قبلك من عدل وجور. Habituate your heart to mercy for the subjects and show affection and kindness towards them. Do not stand like greedy beasts. When you are with your subjects, who are your subjects? People under you. Treat them with kindness and mercy. Do not stand like greedy beasts. Further than that, there's a book. In fact, this book, you can find it online. I recommend all of you to read it. Very simple book. Imam Ali, Sunshine of Civilized Islam by Muhammad Hussein Tahmasebi. Beautiful book. Imam Ali instructs. Now, Imam Ali was the Khalifa. He was the leader of his time. He had a finance department. He had a department for security. Now he tells his tax collectors, listen to this, people who collect taxes. In Dar es Salaam we have tax collectors. In different parts of the world we have tax collectors. So he says, do not walk through people's farms because it destroys their efforts and makes them feel unhappy. When you go take taxes from farmers, do not walk on the land. Do not show arrogance. Don't make them feel unhappy. Number 2, do not take from them more than the legal share. First, greet them and talk to them kindly and tell them, O servants of God, the Caliph of God has sent us to collect the taxes from you. If they say no, if they say, we have financial problems, we don't have tax, we don't have the money, do not be harsh and strict upon them. I wish we had this system here. Do not be harsh and strict upon them. Be kind towards them, be cordial towards them. So this is what Imam Ali represents. Further than that, Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, in Nahjul Balagha, sermon number 149, Imam Ali says, tomorrow you will see these days of mine and unknown characteristics of mine will be revealed to you. Things you didn't know about me, you will find out when I'm gone. Like that old man, that beggar. He said, there was a person who came to me. Now I know it's Ali who came to me. So Imam Ali says, the day I'm gone, you will remember me. Then Imam says, after my place has been vacated, someone else will occupy it. Then you will understand my value. You will understand my worth once I'm gone. So therefore, as a ruler, as a leader, you must be loving. You must be like a loving father or mother to the ummah. Now you don't have only your children. People in the society are your children as well. The people who are working in your company are your children as well. If you are president of, for example, Amira Apartments, then all of us here are your children. That's how it works. And therefore Imam Ali and Rasulullah were called fathers of the ummah because they are our leaders. One salawat inshallah. Now, if you recite salawat this slowly, that means you want me to delay my lecture. So if you recite a loud salawat, I can wrap it up quickly inshallah. So one loud salawat inshallah. I think I need to change my mind because with this energy I should prolong my lecture. In Biharul Anwar, volume 15, book number 10, page 51, Ibn Abbas asks Rasulullah, who is the best companion? We say what? We are companions of Rasulullah. Rasulullah says, do you want to know the characteristics of the best companion? When you see him, you are reminded of God. When he speaks, your knowledge increases, not decrease. There's sometimes you speak to people who are like, hapo amenichapia kidogo. So when you speak to that person, your knowledge should increase. You should know you are speaking to a person of wisdom. And when he acts, you think about the hereafter. Rasulullah. Then Ibn Abil Hadid, he is a Sunni scholar. A Sunni scholar writes a commentary on Nahjul Balagha. Now I kept two children in front so you listen to me. So I'm going to be your monitor here. So Ibn Abil Hadid, who? Sunni scholar. He writes in his commentary of Nahjul Balagha, he says that Rasulullah, about the Prophet, no one heard him speak but with love. They never saw him speak angrily, rudely, only love, love, love. That's it. He was a loving leader. You know, yesterday when I was practicing my speech with my parents, they're like, this is a speech on leadership, is it a speech about love? But then I said that most of the riwayat we get regarding leadership equates with love and kindness. So, Rasulullah would speak with kindness, and the Quraysh called the Muslims Subat, the kind ones, the infatuated ones. Sa'sa'a ibn Sawhan. Sa'sa'a ibn Sawhan, one of the most loyal companions of Imam Ali. In the book by Ayatollah Murtada Mutahari, another beautiful book, Polarization Around the Character of Ali ibn Abi Talib. This man Sa'sa'a, lover of Ali ibn Abi Talib. You know what he says? Listen to what he says. After they buried Imam Ali, now they've buried Imam Ali, Sa'sa'a starts crying. He starts shedding tears. You know what he says? May death be agreeable to you, whose birth was pure, whose patience was firm, whose holy struggle was great. Listen to what he says. You attained your objective. You fulfilled your goal. And then he says, through you, the backs of the believers were made firm. You strengthened people. You empowered people as a leader. You uplifted their lives. You did not become a burden as a leader, but you lighted the burden of others. So this is what Sa'sa'a ibn Sawhan Abdi said. I'll come back to Sa'sa'a later in my Masa'ib. Ahmad ibn Hanbal. How many of you here have heard of the Hanbali school of thought? Hanbali school of thought. Okay? In Saudi Arabia, if you go, all Hanbalis. This man Ahmad ibn Hanbal, before I move to this riwayah, once he asked his father, who is the greatest companion of Rasulullah? So the father Hanbal said, number 1, Fulan, number 2, Fulan, number 3, Fulan, number 4, 5, 6, 7, 19 names. No Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ahmad ibn Hanbal took his paper, pen, put it aside. Said, father, 19 names. 19वीं नाम लिखवाए फिर भी अली का नाम नहीं आया. Then the father replies, this sounds better in Urdu. The father replies, बेटा हम्बल, तूने सहाबे किराम की लिस्ट पूछी है, अहले बैत की नहीं. एक दुरूद भेजिए बावाज़ बुलंद. He said, you asked about companions. You did not say anything about Ahlul Bayt. In Ahlul Bayt, number 1, Ali ibn Abi Talib. So Ahmad ibn Hanbal narrates in his Musnad that Zadan saw Ali when he was Khalifa, leader. In the marketplace, he was walking around with a stick. Ya Ali, what are you doing with a stick? Walking around with a stick. Imam Ali said, I walk around with the stick, you know why? In case someone is lost, I can guide them. Ya Ali, you are the Khalifa, you should be in an office. No, I'm here to provide service. If a lady comes, no money, I want to buy groceries for my household, Imam Ali would go and give the lady money. Buy whatever you need for your family. The humility as a leader of Imam Ali. I end my talk with this segment, very, very important segment. This notion of freedom of expression and freedom of speech can be learnt from Ali ibn Abi Talib. How? I'll give you an example. Imam Ali had a group of people who were under him in his regime, very notorious group of people. Today, we have ISIS and Al-Qaeda and all these terrorist organizations. At that time, they were called Khawarij, extremists. They used to hate Imam Ali. They would never pray behind Imam Ali. They considered him, ma'adallah, a kafir. This is how hateful they were towards Imam Ali. One day, Imam Ali was delivering a sermon. In between the sermon, someone interrupted him. This man is called Ibn Kawwa. This man interrupts him and he recites an ayah of the Quran, Surah 39, verse 65. Those who perform good deeds, Allah will nullify their good deeds. Allah will remove all their good deeds if they perform shirk. So this man then says, in the Quran, Allah says, even if you, Ali, slept on the bed of Rasulullah, even if you held the banner of Khaybar, even if you fought alongside Rasulullah at Uhud, Badr, Hunayn, all your deeds are nullified because you have committed shirk. Imam Ali, what did he do? Did he say, this man is under my leadership, give me my sword, let me chop his head off, imprison him? Imam Ali simply recites an ayah of the Quran, Surah 30, Surah Rum, which you will recite, verse 60. فَاصْبِرْ إِنَّ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقٌّ وَلَا يَسْتَخِفَنَّكَ الَّذِينَ لَا يُوقِنُونَ. This is also in Munajat of Imam Ali. So be thou patient, surely Allah's promise is true. Those who do not have faith, do not let them make you unsteady. Do not let them shake you. You remain firm, Allah's promise is true. Last part of my talk. What about non-Muslims? What about people who did not believe in Imam Ali, who did not believe in Rasulullah? There are many examples I can quote, but I will quote one example. A Christian woman was attacked by the enemies in a frontier locality, attacked by a group of bandits. A group of thugs, they came, they stole her ornaments. Christian woman, her ornaments from her hands and her ears. Imam Ali found out that in your era, whilst you were leader, a Christian woman was treated unjustly. Her ornaments were stolen. What does Imam Ali say? Imam Ali says, call that Christian woman and whatever is in the treasury, give it to her. And not only that, he then says, if someone finds out about this and he dies I do not find any fault in that person. It is a tragedy that under my regime, under my leadership, a Christian is treated unjustly. This is Ali ibn Abi Talib. And when he died, even Christians shed tears. Even Jews and people who were belonging to other religions, they shed tears. In fact, when Imam Ali was buried, and now Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein are heading back to their homes, they see a man. They see a man, this man is crying. They don't know who he is. They say, who are you? He said, I'm a beggar, I'm a poor person. However, every single night, there was a man who would come to me, carry sacks of food, and he would feed me. Whenever I asked him, who are you? He would say, I am like you, a beggar of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Imam al-Hassan, Imam Hussein said that he is none other than our father. He would love serving the orphans. He would love serving the poor. He would love serving the destitute. You know, many times we have discussions and arguments with atheists and people who do not believe in God. I say I found God on the 19th of Ramadan. I saw a man in his sujood get hit. He doesn't say take revenge right now, kill Ibn Muljim. No, he offers water to his killer. If that is Ali ibn Abi Talib and his mercy, imagine the mercy of the Lord of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Whoever Ali worships, I want to worship. And on a night like this, Imam Ali knows that this is his final few nights. He engages in the worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He prays to Allah. He says, Ya Allah, you have always been there for me. And I have always tried my utmost to serve you. This is potentially the final night that I am here completely well. Hence, I will perform ibadah. I will perform worship. Now he starts heading out to the masjid. What happens? The birds start crying. All the animals on the way, they start crying and they start weeping. Imam Ali looks towards the animals. He says, oh animals, oh birds, all those who are surrounding me, none of you can stop me from going towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I yearn to meet Fatimatul Zahra. I yearn to meet Rasulullah. The time has now come for me to depart. Imam Ali arrives at the mosque. I'm going very fast in my narration. He starts performing his salah. Once he reaches his sujood, a man called Ibn Muljim. This man has hatred towards the Ahlul Bayt, prejudice towards the Ahlul Bayt. What does he do? He hits Ali ibn Abi Talib on his head. Imam Ali says, Fustu bi Rabbil Kaaba. By the Kaaba, I have become successful. By the Kaaba, I have succeeded in my mission. I have fulfilled my objective. But then Imam Ali says, please call my children, but do me a favor. Do not inform Zainab of what has transpired, because I know Zainab will start crying as soon as she hears about the tragedy that has befallen me. I ask, oh Ali, you are so concerned about Zainab. You care so much about Zainab. But in Sham-e-Ghariba, Bibi Zainab was taken captive. The children were slapped in front of Bibi Zainab. Bibi Zainab in front of our own eyes saw the beheading of Imam al-Hussein. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Matam Hussein.